Hello and welcome back to 5 Minute Geography with me, Stephen Doyle. Each week I'll be uploading a 5-minute video explaining as simply as possible the world around us. Today in 5 Minute Geography, we look at whether or not we are going to experience another ice age, and we figure out if global warming is actually saving us. Stick around to the end of the video for a strange fact about the ice age. During the last ice age, large ice sheets covered Greenland, Antarctica, Northern Europe and Northern America. This period was characterized by huge temperature fluctuations. Scientists believe that there were at least 5 periods of glacial advance, with warmer interglacial periods in between. As temperatures are low, snowfall does not melt, causing the snow to build up and compact into glaciers. Eventually, temperatures rose once again, causing snow and ice to melt. This is called an interglacial period. Currently, we are in an interglacial period. Here, ice sheets from the last ice age remain in places like Greenland or Antarctica and mountainous regions such as the Alps, where temperatures still remain very low. So the big question is, are we due for another ice age? Well, based on previous cycles, the Earth is probably due to go into ice age at about now. In fact, conditions were starting to line up for a new ice age at least 6,000 years ago. If you look at what was happening prior to the Industrial Revolution, summers were actually getting colder in the Northern Hemisphere. They've been getting colder for at least 6,000 years now. So we were definitely on that trend, but that trend has now been comprehensively reversed because of greenhouse gas emissions. There's no chance of us going into an ice age now because of the greenhouse gases that we've put into the atmosphere during this industrial revolution, basically have warmed the earth. Although scientists cannot say we have definitely prevented the next ice age, it's certainly accepted that humans have had a significant part to play. There's actually a hypothesis that not just industrial society, but ever since humans began practicing large-scale farming at least 5,000 years ago, such as methane emissions from rice paddies. So it's possible not just greenhouse gas emissions over the last 200 years that stopped us going into an ice age, but it's actually greenhouse gas emissions for the last 5,000 years that have collectively helped to steer us away from the next ice age. What would happen though if there was an ice age today? Well, we may have delayed the onset of an ice age for now, but if another one came, it would have pretty huge consequences for human civilization. Besides the fact it would be an awful lot colder, huge regions where hundreds of millions of people live would become completely uninhabitable. They'd be covered in thick ice sheets and subject to an inhospitable climate. Assuming it was similar to the last one, then North America would be covered in ice. The whole of Northern Europe, the whole of Northern Asia would also be covered in ice. There would be a lot less agricultural land available, so it would be very difficult to support human population and to feed the masses. And the physical shape of the continents would look completely different across the whole planet. There would be a huge drop in sea level of up to 120 meters, and this would close down marine channels in the Mediterranean Sea and create new areas of land that could be used for habitation or agriculture. Ocean ports would no longer be on the ocean, and anybody wanting those water views would need to relocate large distances. A real-life Garden of Eden actually existed. Some scientists are extremely convinced that the Garden of Eden was real. They say it was in Africa and was the sole reason our ancestors survived the Ice Age. A little under 200,000 years ago, a hostile ice age was killing species left, right and centre. Luckily, a small band of early humans was able to last through the terrifying cold. They stumbled upon the coast of what is now South Africa, and despite the ice wreaking havoc around the world, the area remained free of ice and entirely habitable. Its soil was rich in nutrients and its bounty was plentiful. There were many natural caves to use as shelter, and for a young species fighting for their survival, it was nothing short of paradise. As always, I've been Stephen Doyle with 5 Minute Geography. Please hit the like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. And if you'd like me to cover a specific topic, please just pop it in the comment section below.